It was, yeah, Vicki Anderson.
Okay, we will move into item C, which is our first semester collaboration days report.
I expect as much applause as they got.
I don't know.
It's a hard thing to
Did you
follow.
bring cookies?
Yeah.
Trust me, theirs would be much more edible than mine. So, the first semester collaboration this year, we gave the opportunity for teachers to develop their own goals and develop a SMART goal and work on that goal for the first semester. And what you have embedded in the agenda tonight was just not all of them, because as you know, we'd had many teams of teachers working, but several different teams. And some of the highlights, you know, our English department at 6th through 8th grade and also 9th through 12th grade decided that they were going to work on the Common Core standards. They're already investigated them and they're into developing the curriculum. It just makes them stronger teachers in that area. Our first grade team, what a team. They wanted to investigate not only the math Common Core standards, but the English language arts ones. And they're in the process of doing that. They did some of it first semester, but it will continue through. Some other ones that I'll just highlight, exercise and sport science. You know, that Wolf curriculum course that we're offering at the high school it has taken a lot of time, but they work collaboratively not only with school district personnel, but also with the hospital to try to get a fitness component with that. They've identified students. They're ready to go. We're very pleased that I think we have like 34 students interested in that course. Middle school and high school focused on the presidential academic fitness, and you can see their goals there. They achieved those goals, but I think now they're already looking at trying to increase those to try to keep that improving. Librarians are very excited to be having the Accelerator Reader program that we have put in this year, the updated online version, and they've been working with the training on that. Second semester, we are going to be focusing on the Common Core state standards, investigating that, and we've laid out a plan for everybody to investigate that, not only English language arts and math teachers, but every teacher in the district will be investigating that, and then hopefully once we get that done, we'll move on to other curricular areas. So, any questions?
Just on the mechanics of setting up collaboration, do we contemplate changing that at all? I mean, how much total time this year in terms of days was devoted to collaboration?
I believe there was 9 days this year, if I'm correct. Last year we had 5, 3 were canceled because of snow. This year we had a little better season with snow, so we have 9 collaboration days. It actually, I think, seems to be a good amount because it's spaced out nicely throughout the year, and I think you don't lose so much information between collaboration days. So I think it's worked out well in that aspect. I think the teachers, and we do have some here, or they left now. Oh no, there's 1 or 2. That I think would, reaffirm what I'm saying there, that they like the amount of days that we have.
And it's working. I mean, I know we have already generated our calendar for next year, but you see that working similarly to the future. We can always tweak it if we find better ways that we could utilize the time.
I think the collaboration time is the best way to do the curriculum work that we need to do. One of the reasons why we're moving forward with investigating the Common Core standards and doing it during collaboration time was the committees that I had working on it said loud and clear they didn't want to be pulled out of classes to do curriculum work. They didn't want to be taken away from kids, and they wanted to have an opportunity to have all teachers involved in the curriculum, not just 1 or 2 from each grade level. So this is an opportunity for everyone to get to understand the standards in the curriculum and have a say in it, and it only will strengthen them as teachers in that aspect. So.
And is collaboration designed almost exclusively or mainly for curriculum, or are we also doing professional development during that time?
I think what you're going to see is when we're in a curriculum revision cycle, the collaboration time will be utilized for that. For instance, when math curriculum needs to be written, we'll utilize it for that. But it can be open for staff development if that is needed. So yes. I think we're still growing in this process. I really do. I think what we've done the first semester was great, giving the leadership and ownership to the teachers. You can see by the work that they did, it was very productive. The layout that we have for the Common Core state standards, I think, is going to help them understand things and move forward with that. But then, once we get past that, where do we go? If you're a, say for instance, an ag department, once they've investigated the Common Core standards, it's not going to take them as long as an English department. Then they need to figure out what they need, and we need to move them forward. It might be a staff development type thing. It might be, working on an advisory committee or whatever they see that is a need there.
So even if we don't need that time strictly for curriculum, we would anticipate keeping that time built into the calendar to work on the professional learning community or other things that we've talked about.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
And certainly it was developed as a time also to share those strategies that work in one classroom with other teachers, and just real specific to even students, correct? I mean, they are able to discuss students and look forward with those individuals too.
And I think with the discussions we're having with the Common Core standards, you're seeing that. This is what I'm doing to meet that. As we get further into that and have data to back up what's working, what's not, you're going to see that time also being utilized for that.
I know that was a real area we wanted them to be able to have time to collaborate on, just individual student strategies and how to really focus on that.
And it ties into assessment too, the creation of those common assessments, so then they can look at how students did on assessments, come back and discuss, well, your kids excelled. What strategies did you use that worked? And I know just sitting in on a 5th grade meeting at the last collaboration that we had, they were talking about the Common Core, but they were talking about the use of I forgot the name of it, the half...
Protractor.
The protractor. And they were talking about how one of the teachers said, well, I hand out the protractor because the kids need to practice actually using it. They were talking about the difference between acute angles and the other one is obtuse angles, and being able to read the correct measurements on the protractor. And one of the other staff members said, well, I've never given them the protractor. I've just demonstrated it for them and had, showed them on the, on the whiteboard. And the other staff member said, you really need to give it to them to get their hands on it, because there are 2 sets of numbers and they have to understand which set they're looking at. So, that type of sharing on how to improve, again, their practice instruction is critical. And I think we see that time and time again as teachers have the opportunity to talk with one another about how they're teaching.
Well, that was the hope for this time, so wonderful. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.